Our side. Cam Slayton with it for Union as the second quarter is underway. Paul Alberti. Ross for Union. Charlie Ross back on it. Team's leading scorer, 29 goals. Alberti. And now Mason. Good defensive effort. Tough shot, and they score. What a finish by Gregory. I don't know how that found its way in. Just inside the far post. An overhead shot, and that was good defense by Zach Morrow. But somehow Gregory was able to stick it home for his first of the game. And 16th of the season. Union on top for the first time, 3-2. Less than a minute into the second quarter. Back to midfield for the face-off. New draw man for Union. It is number 23, Connor Hall, and he wins it cleanly. Away from Piersack. So Gregory, who had 5 goals against Montclair midweek in a 16-10 win. Of course, a non-conference game against the Redhawks. Gets on the board here. Rosenthal, defended by Colligan. Still Rosenthal. Left-hand carry, flips it across for Slayton. Stanton now. Hesitation, turning, thought about a shot, knocked free, still battling for it. That's Baxter doing the defending. But back on the ball is Stanton. Shot and a stop there. Good save. Holding it is Gibbs. And the Engineers will take over. Frasco with it. Back behind for the netminder Gibbs. High pass, and that's an unforced error. Threw it way over Connor Hill. Slightly confusing. RPI's number 23 is Connor Hill, and Union's number 23 is Connor Hall. As that will confuse, maybe not you, but some broadcasters, including this one. 3-2, Union leading. We're having a timeout on the field taken with 13:16 on the clock. You can see it right there. Union Dutchman, number 11 in the country. 3-game winning streak for Union. Wins over St. John Fisher 19-12 back on April 1st. Then over Clarkson 13-6 on the 4th, and then Wednesday they beat Montclair 16-10. RPI coming off back-to-back league losses after starting off the league season 2-0. They beat Vassar 9-8 and then Skidmore 9-4 here at ECAV. But then a loss to the Golden Knights 11-9 in a tightly contested game here in Troy, and then a trip out to RIT where they fell last Saturday, the 18-8. Union will have the ball when we restart here. And it will be Stanton for Mason. Rosenthal. Now Gregory, who's given Union this lead. Stanton trying to make a move on Hogan. Whips a shot in, save, pops out of the crease, picked up, and a crease violation. RPI had the ball and they're running out anyway. Not sure why they needed to blow the whistle. And Hogan steps through a stick check, and he's all the way in. Maybe numbers a shot over the top. He had McNeely at the side of the cage. May have been covered up by Adam Sands, the senior D-man, 6'4", 230 pounds from Greenwich, Connecticut. Here's McNeely around a Gilman screen, and Gilman will back off. Finn lets RPI complete its change. Hesitation move, spinning, still Finn with a bit of a up and over move. And now Hall. Matt Hall for Colligan. Casey Colligan back for Hall. Engineers trailing for the first time today. Hall again, down low. McNeely for Finn. Watched by Adam Johnson. Colligan calling out for Finn. And now Gilman. Gilman behind the cage. Shot clock on, loose ball. Union has it, it's the goaltender. And he's in a lot of trouble in the corner. Colligan trying to take it to him. Low pass corralled, and now Keola is out the other way for Union. Dutchman looking to break here, even numbers. And he'll slow it up. Jeremiah. We'll just play it behind for Richardson. Under 11 to go in the half. Union leading 3-2. Mason. Around to the side, the far wing for Gregory. Gregory trying to work his way in. He's being defended there by Hill. Hill trying to stay with him. Step through, took a whack in the face, I believe. And an upcoming penalty on RPI here. Union will reset on a delayed penalty. Driving in, Slayton, still Slayton. Chipping at him is Frasca. Youth along the D-line for RPI, shot goes wide, penalty coming here after Mason whipped a right-handed try. Mason from Fairfield, Connecticut, had that one bounce to the left of the net. So the penalty on the Engineers here. It's on Hill. It's a slashing call and an extra man op for Union. 10:05 to play, second quarter. Alberti, Mason, side of the net. Slayton, Mason, Alberti, down low, tight angle, no. Back up top from Richardson, Mason far side. Mason again, Alberti on the near wing. Union closing in there, pushed back a bit. Mason thought about a 15-yarder, no. Back up top, Alberti along the near side. Mason again, whips one in, and he scores just inside the left post. It's a man-up goal for the Dutchman. Well, they're going to talk about this one. Hold on. Not sure what they may have seen. No goal. Wipe it away. So Hill has to go back to the box. I'm going to need to get an explanation for this. There was no motion as to what happened here, so we'll find out at halftime and try to get that information to you. 9:20 to go. RPI, or Union, thought they had scored a man-up goal there, and now Hogan's in a bit of trouble. He's going to need to use his athleticism here, and he'll run right on through, finally dishing it off. Into the attack come the Engineers. Nicholas Saint, freshman from Tabernacle, New Jersey, on the attack for the first time for RPI. Gilman. Watched by his matching number 10, Jack O'Connor. Counterpart for the Dutchman. Gilman again, right to the front, rolls a pass up top, off the mark, and it'll be taken over by Union here. Couple of fruitless offensive possessions here for RPI, with the results in the end being turnovers. And now we have a Union timeout, as running out of room was the long stick along the far side there. Adam Sands, defenseman, caught in a bad spot, and Union smartly uses their second timeout. Maybe they're first. Maybe RPI used the first two, excuse me. So that's Union's first. Engineers out of timeouts for the half. RPI with a couple of goals here. They had a 2-1 lead. Union has fought its way back for a 1-goal advantage. RPI back in action next Saturday when they head up to the North Country to face St. Lawrence. Another look at the disallowed goal. And it really doesn't tell me anymore. And I already didn't know. 8:37 on the clock, second quarter. Union on the attack here. Engineers have killed off the second penalty of the day. Other games in action here. Bard is at St. Lawrence. There's a shot, good save. I may have even caught the bar. Came out so quickly, I couldn't tell. Also, Vassar's at RIT and Skidmore's at Clarkson. That's a big game, Skidmore at Clarkson, as far as RPI is concerned. Here is Rosenthal, shot, and he scores. Right inside the right post. A goal for Adam Rosenthal. The senior from Tiburon, California. Goal for Rosenthal is his 9th of the year. He's played in all 11 games so far, and now 12 for Union, all off the bench. Here's another look at the goal, Union's 4th of the game. Good pace on that one. He fired it right past Gibbs. Big draw coming up here. 8 minutes to go in the second. RPI down 2 now. And it's been all Union in the face-off department thus far. 7-1. Face-offs in favor of the Dutchman. RPI won the first one, haven't won one since. That ball's kicked at and picked up by Piersack. Maybe quickly to the net. Piersack walking in, takes the shot, and he put it wide. Engineers back it up. Not a bad idea from Piersack. Engineers had the numbers. But Piersack, who has 2 assists on the season. Or excuse me, that was the wrong year. Piersack 2 goals, excuse me, this year from plays just like that. Here's Finn off a Gilman screen, turns around and gives it to him. Matthew Gilman over to Shavel. Hall slowed up, double team Shavel, rips one and he scores! Aaron Shavel brings the Engineers within 4-3. Another high shot gets past Basil. 10th of the year for Shavel. As you see that rip once more. Trying to get the crowd into it here. Shavel had 17 goals and 7 assists last season as a junior. He's just about on that pace here as well. It's a 4-3 game. You can see how important faceoffs are. The Engineers finally win their second. They go right down and score. Swatted forward, smart play that time. And the Engineers win another, although Piersack is being hounded here at midfield. Finn trying to run around his man. Finn to the side of the cage. He'll hand off for McNeely, who's been quiet ever since scoring the game's opening goal. Here is Hall. Hall, hesitation behind the cage, looking to turn and shoot. Save made, loose ball. It will be knocked out of bounds. Should be RPI ball still. Yeah, it came off the goaltender. Union tried to run away with it. Here is Finn. LeSaint. And now Chaz Bell getting his first action of the day. There he is. Chaz Bell, sophomore midfielder from Hopewell Junction, New Jersey. As Hall tries to turn his way in, knocked his man down, turns and tries to shoot. It's rolled and picked up. Great awareness that time by Basil, and he's off to the races. Stefan Basil up ahead of the pack, and now he'll finally dish it off for Ross. Ross trying to get around his man, steps into the crease. He was knocked there apparently. Oh boy. Fans don't like it. Neither does Jake Baxter, the freshman D-man, 6 foot, 180 pounds from Wayland, Mass, but he's going off here. They're gonna call a push. It's unfortunate because it looked like he was headed there anyway. Oh boy. Ross was ridden pretty well, I thought, by Baxter. They call the penalty. Third man up chance here for Union. That call is a push. 30 seconds, loose ball, swatted at but not corralled, and Union will keep it despite the best efforts of Connor Hill. Side of the cage, drop it off. Slayton. Far side, Alberti. And now Gregory behind for Richardson. All the way through up top, and the skip pass, they score. Mason. There's the man-up goal they were looking for. 5-3 Union with 5:04 to go in the second quarter. Mason gets this one. As that's Mason's first of the game and 11th of the season. Anytime you can make that skip pass like Richardson did, turns all the heads of the defenseman. Not easy to pick up if you can make that play work. Although often a dangerous pass. Man up goal for Union makes it 5-3. Here's the draw. Flipped back towards Union's end. Loose still, played on, picked up, backhand shot. Oh my, what a stop. McNeely with an acrobatic behind the back shot that nearly went. It would have been a highlight reel goal, but in the end it's Union back the other way. And a shot that trickles wide, trying to back it up, and it's going to be the Engineers who take over. That's just ill-advised from Union. But what an attempt from McNeely, trying to pick it up, scoop it, and flick it behind his back into the goal as the Engineers may have turned it over here. Loose ball rolls through, picked up by McNeely. He'll scoop it again to the far side. A little bit helter-skelter here for the Engineers, as RPI will reset and slow things down with Aaron Shavel. He has RPI's last goal. Would have been one of the goals of the year if McNeely would have pulled it off. But almost doesn't count. 4 minutes to go. RPI in need of another goal here. Down by 2 once again. Shavel working on his man, Froman. And now Finn. Colligan. Shot wide. Engineers back it up as McNeely's back there. 3:29. shot high, save. Basil trying to strip it away was Hall. You can't do that. Union trying to break quickly, and if nothing else, it slowed Union's attempts, and they're going to try to keep the pace going here. Three minutes to go before halftime. Union has matched its largest lead. Rosenthal with one of the five hands it off to Alberti, who got Union's offense started today. Behind the net, nice catch by Richardson. Pass was behind him. Richardson still thought about maybe a bit of a trick shot. No. Gregory wrapping around the cage, defended again. And now trying to step inside, shot, and a goal. Great play by Gregory. Stepped right through Connor Hill. And it's 6-3. A game of inches like so many. RPI so close to pulling within 5-4 moments ago. Union right back at the other end. Makes it a 6-3 game. Face-off coming here. Union will send out Connor Hall. And sneaking in to pick it away was Piersack. Looks like everyone else is standing still. Oh, taking his eye off it was McNeely. And now trying to shoot and score, they do. It's Phillips. Big goal for Phillips and the Engineers. John Phillips, the senior from Oswego. It was almost another disastrous play. McNeely took his eye off the ball. He had the whole net to shoot at, lost it. But Phillips in the right spot at the right time for the goal. And that is Phillips' 5th of the year for the long pole. Long stick midi. (6-4 to 11). Piersack has the draw. Right in, shot and a save. Trying to ride the momentum there, but of course the save kind of halts things. Bounce shot and the Union score. Right back at you at 7-4. Jack O'Connor, sophomore from Wayzata, Minnesota, picks up the goal. As they answer in a hurry, that one bounced right under the crossbar. And Gibbs unable to keep it out. So the goals are coming in bunches here late in the first half. Another face-off. Engineers doing a better job in that department recently. As whistles will send this one a hold. Will give the face-off win to Union. Draws are almost even now, 8-6 Dutchmen, after they started off winning 7 of the first 8. So that's a positive for RPI to take out of this quarter, although they're still down 3. Almost a must stop here for RPI. Late goals have done them in, especially against RIT, a team that the Engineers, when you look at the score, 18-8, but it was much closer than that, especially in the first half. Late goals in quarters can be such backbreakers. RPI needing a stop here. Dutchmen have it. Shot way wide off of Scheifele. 1:06 on the clock. Gregory has a highlight reel goal of his own in this game. Single goal scorers all around, I believe. Nope, Gregory has 2. I beg your pardon. But 6 different goal scorers for Union, and I believe likewise for RPI, 4 different players have tallied for the Engineers. Shot skips wide by Shifley. 33.7. Ross trying to get a bit of a screen there, and I believe Union's going to use its second timeout. Can't take it with you. 27.6 to go before halftime. Union up 7-4 and threatening. RPI women's lacrosse is in action. 2 o'clock start. That's just around the corner. They are at St. Lawrence today. They beat Clarkson yesterday afternoon by a 14-7 score. RPI softball also in action this afternoon. They are at RIT. Baseball is hosting Bard. They're down 3-0 in the second inning. Softball trailing RIT. They're in the 5th, down 2-0, so not good on those 2 fronts. RPI baseball team cannot afford really any losses here to this Bard club, which of course is improved from years past, as it has here in the men's lacrosse field. Of course, Bard picking up its first men's lacrosse victory in league play. Bard beating Skidmore 9-8 last Saturday. Very surprising result there. But congratulations to the Raptors on that win. Richardson behind with 10 seconds to go. Play set up. Richardson, side of the net. Turning, firing high with 3 and now 2.7 seconds. That's what they were looking for. One-on-one play, and Richardson was going to try and shoot over the top. He just missed the net high. Now a feed in front. They shoot and score right before the horn. What a play. And it's 8-4. I believe that's Daniel Chung. Nope. Stanton, Tom Stanton with the goal. Junior out of Hingham, Massachusetts. And the Union fans have something to cheer about as we head to the break. RPI with a lot of energy in that first quarter. Union turning things on in the second, as they have the 8-4 lead at the half. Game was 2-2 after 1, but a 5-2 second quarter for the Dutchman. These the Engineers with some questions as we head to the halftime break. We'll be back with that second half coming up. Once again, your score at the half is Union 8 and RPI 4. You're watching live coverage of RPI Men's Lacrosse on RPI TV. Underway here, third quarter. RPI down 4, and they shoot. Save made on the try by Finn. Triple teamed inside, and the ball still being fought for. Kick to the sideline. Will it run out? Looks like it will. RPI will keep it. Looked like to be a toss-up there, but Engineers will happily, take the ball back here. RPI down by its largest deficit of the day. Union scoring seconds, maybe at the buzzer. But right before it, I should say. Want to clarify. It was clearly within the time there. Colligan coughs it up, and now he is swarming around. Does a nice job to escape for the time being. And the spin moves, fires his way inside. Colligan shooting, and he scores. What a play by Casey Colligan. Makes it 8-5. A great individual effort by the senior. As Colligan, there's the celebration, racing his way inside for his 6th goal of the year. RPI is going to need more plays like that, and the faceoffs will become ever so important here in the second half. Piersack in there again for RPI. Up against Hill. And Hill picks it away, although trying to strip it and doing so momentarily was Frasca. Union has the ball. Jack O'Connor right in front of the RPI bench will find Richardson. He set up that late goal. Could have been crushing for the Engineers. They have a lot of work to do. Alberti. Over for O'Connor. Nearly knocked away. It was, in fact, tipped loose, but Union's going to keep this one. Off the stick of Hill. So Richardson with the ball. Union changing here. There's a penalty that I missed. Excuse me. Union with the ball behind the cage. Slayton, far side Mason. Alberti back to Mason. He'll rip one from straight on, and he scores. 9-5 Union. As the Engineers are having some trouble dealing with this Union attack here. Nine 9-5 Dutchman. We're not 2 minutes into the second half. Whistles here. And a face-off awarded to Union once again. Richardson. Behind for Garris. Trying to move his way out in front. And he scores. Stauffer with the goal, and it's 10-5. And there's another look. He just whipped it. RPI reeling a bit here As it's a 5-goal game again. And another face-off here. A win for the Dutchman. It's Hall who comes away with it. He's been good, if not great, for this Dutchman side. The most recent goal scorer, Stauffer, watched by Albert Core, senior D-man, in there for the first time. RPI just looking for answers here defensively. It really hasn't been that poor of defense. You got to credit Union here. They've done some pretty spectacular things at the offensive end. Shooting past pretty good defensive efforts. Just hasn't been good enough. Shot and another goal. Gibbs couldn't quite get to that one as well. It's Rosenthal's second of the day, and it's 11-5. Rosenthal steps through a couple of stick checks there and rips it in left-handed. There's a look at the goal scorer, Rosenthal, the senior. And a whistle here. And a violation on Union gives RPI the ball. And Casey Colligan. Engineers, who were ranked as high as 18 in the country a couple weeks ago, have since lost a couple in a row. Hall decked, lost it. Good double team by the Dutchman there. Didn't seem like he knew what was coming. And Union will clear out the near sideline. Stepping into the box. Clear complete. Stauffer. Back for Shifley. And now Slayton gives it back to him. Union scoring at such a rapid pace here in this second half so far. He'll slow things down just a hair. Right. Shifley. Now Slayton. Trying to step around Phillips. Phillips trying to strip it away from him. Wow, somehow he held on to it there. Tremendous control with the stick for Cam Slayton. Trying to walk in Shifley. Spins to his left, back to his right, getting hounded by Colligan. Trying to back his way in, and he finally gets a shot away, but it's way high and wide. Dutchman back it up, however. All the way back up top for Slayton. We get whistles here. And ball to the Engineers. Loose ball at midfield as the Engineers are trying to clear here. And here comes the swarm. Hall lost it, scooped away, and might get a push here on Union. I think so. Engineers will keep it for the time being. Approaching 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Engineers find themselves down 6. Shots are 24-18 Union. Penalties coming up here. The first on Union here. So RPI will go man up. Chaz Bell has it now. Over for Hall. Bell. Chaz Bell still on it. Now finds his man along the near side. LaSaint behind the cage. Lost a couple of Union defenders. Looking for a pass. Finds Bell. And now Bell up top. Hall thought about a shot. Left hand walking in. Still moving in. What a save! Tremendous stop that time by Stephen Basil. And he has been superb in this one. Great move by Hall. Stepped through a couple of defenders, then got a left-hand shot away. But Basil was there again. 9 saves on the afternoon for Stephen Basil. Just 7 for the RPI backstop, Gibbs, who hasn't looked himself today. 1 minute penalty on Union here. Engineers man up for the first time this afternoon and really needing a goal. Pass inside, all the way through Hall, turning and spinning. Was McNeely, loose ball, and whistles here, and RPI will keep it. Don't want McNeely to kind of fall in love with that behind-the-back shot. He's tried it a couple times now, unsuccessfully. Colligan, Shavel. Back to Casey Colligan and now Matt Hall. Finn in front of the net now. Usually he's set up behind the cage. Good pass across. Stuffed home. Are they going to count it is the question. Goal. Before launching himself or falling across the crease, Brennan McNeely. I believe it was McNeely, yes. With the goal. Man up tally for the Engineers makes it 11-6. Second goal of the game for McNeely. And the 29th on the season for him. Midfield draw upcoming. 7:52 on the clock here, third quarter. Engineers are going to need at least a little bit of a mini run here to try and make this one interesting by the time we start the fourth quarter. Starts here on the draw, loose ball, swatted at, not controlled. And it'll be picked up now by RPI. Playing it back, all the way back. It was a good win for Frasca. And now Engineers have it, dangerous pass down the middle. But Gibbs finds Bell, Chaz Bell. Back on the attack for RPI. Where will the goals come from? You, of course, want to look to McNeely. Gilman also, he's got a goal today. Behind the net now, LaSaint. Hands it off for Gilman. Up top for Bell. Now Hall. Matt Hall, left-hand carry. Spins it back to his right. He'll find Bell once more. Bell working on DeMario. Follows him all the way around the net. Hands him off to O'Connor. Bell now from behind the cage. Now Gilman. Still a relatively young team for RPI, especially at the two ends of the field, offensively and defensively. Some veterans on the midfield, but a lot of sophomores and freshmen. There's a shot and a goal. What a rip. Engineers within 4. It's Pat Finn. And maybe some life after all for this RPI squad. First goal of the game for Finn, and the 17th of the season for him. This is what the Engineers needed here. after falling behind. Still being outscored in the quarter, mind you, but 2 in a row from RPI. Looking to swing momentum, and they pick up the draw. Tough pass to handle. Hogan has it. He'll back up into his own end now. As RPI will now need to go the full length of the field. Lobbed over the top. Hogan, nice grab. Checks in at the offensive end, and he'll slow it down. 5:40 to go, third quarter. Engineers trying to draw back to within 3. A place they haven't been since right before the half. Remember, RPI was, Union scored a goal right before the halftime horn to make it 8-4. Shavel being pushed out wide by Keola. Now Colligan stripped of the ball and his stick. And he's going to get a whistle here, I think. Well, ball to the Dutchman. Here's Adam Johnson. Up ahead of the play is Keola. He's on the run. And now Union will set up. Richardson. This Union attack has been almost automatic here of late when they've had the ball at the offensive end. See how the Engineers try to combat this attack once more. Fed in front, wide open, a shot and a goal. Gregory with it. It's 12-7. Big answering goal for Union. It's Gregory's third of the game. So he's been heating up for this Union squad. As I mentioned, the 5 goals he scored against Montclair on Wednesday. Gregory now up to 18 on the season. We'll face things off from the center of the giant RPI logo at midfield here at ECAV Stadium. Rolled and picked up by Phillips. Ball knocked free, and Union works it loose again. Costly turnover here. Ross gets it stripped away. Good help defense there. Morrow, who ended up giving the ball away. Now a ball chucked across the middle. RPI's going to want to slow this down here. A couple of back and forth feeds, and now it's Phillips down the middle for Bell. Has a man, it's Hogan. Here is Hall. 3.5 left. Third quarter. LaSaint slashing his way in. He'll dish it off to Finn. McNeely. 2 goals for him today. Now Bell spinning. Back to Hall. Finding LaSaint. Tried to drop it off, lost it. Battle for the ball is a physical one, and the Dutchman just throw numbers at it and peel it away. Lance Lonergan Jr. was the one who came away with it for Union. And now Union can sit on this one in just a little bit if they wish. Mason for Union. Trying to work his way in on Alex Lewick. Shot off the mark. Restart here. Stauffer will have it high in the air back to Slayton. Rosenthal, he's got a couple today. Leaning on him is Colligan. Slayton. And now Mason. Slayton once more. Trying to spin on Colligan. He's cut off. Steps back inside, tight angle shot wide. Once again backed up by the Dutchman. Gregory. Gregory a team high, and a game high 3 goals. Alberti for Union, a goal and 3 assists for 4 points. Rosenthal. Stauffer. Now Mason. Mason to Gregory. Trying to work his way in on Zach Morrow. Double team comes, helps out, and that'll force a turnover. Good defensive job for RPI that time. As the RPI clear, which has not been as strong as it has needed to be. He's listed at 8 for 10. Sometimes that number can be a bit deceiving, but anyway. Imagine it to be worse. Union 7 for 12 on the clear. Hasn't slowed them down from picking up 12 goals through 3 quarters. Engineers working inside. Great passing play. Oh, just off the mark at the last second. Gilman couldn't control the pass from Finn. He would have had a point-blank opportunity if he could have. Now a ball launched downfield. Fighting for it along the near sideline. It's going to be Hall. Had it for a second. Penalty coming up here. Let's see who they get this on. 19.8 seconds left in the third. We have a penalty coming up. And maybe a push. I didn't see who they got, to be perfectly honest with you. It looks like it'll be RPI ball. So the penalty's on Union. Yep, man taking a knee in the box is Tom Stanton. It'll be a man-up opportunity for RPI. .30-second push, so this will be, well, 2/3 of it at least will be eaten up by the final bit of this third quarter, unless, of course, RPI scores. Engineers looking for a man-up goal. They are 1 for 1 so far. Union 2 for 4 man-up. Ten seconds to go in the quarter. RPI needs to get a shot off here. 6 seconds. 3. And they're not even going to risk it here. They'll take over when the fourth quarter starts. I guess that's another mindset there. You do have the man up to start the fourth quarter for another 10 seconds. So you can try to work from there. That's what RPI will do. We head to the fourth quarter. It's 12-7 Union. Consistent scoring from this Dutchman squad. They scored 2 in the first quarter, 6 in the second, and 4 in the third. RPI 2, 2, and 3 in each quarter so far. Top scorers for Union. Paul Alberti, a goal and 3 assists. Richard Gregory, 3 goals. And Kyle Mason, 2 goals. Top 3 scorers for RPI. Brandon McNeely, 2 goals. Pat Finn and Casey Colligan each have a goal and an assist. Goaltending numbers so far, Staffan Basil, 10 saves so far through 45 minutes. And David Gibbs for RPI has 7 stops. RPI in action next Saturday at St. Lawrence. That's a 1 o'clock start. Excuse me, 12 o'clock, I beg your pardon. Then they're home, RPI is, to Hamilton for a non-league game on April 21st before closing out the season against Bard at home. league standings could tighten up here. You never know, really. RPI appears to be in a battle with Clarkson for the final playoff spot. We are underway. Pass in front, loose ball. Where is it? Outside the crease. Basil trying to fight for it, and he comes away with it. He's been very active coming out of his crease. Have to like what you've seen so far from Stefan Basil in this one. Running away from everybody in the offensive end is Tom Stanton. Alberti. Around for Richardson. Slanton there. Slayton, rather. Alberti. Over to Mason. Mason spinning. Gregory. Steps around to check. Somehow stays on the ball. Kicked by Hogan. And it's still loose. Finally, it's going to be Mason who comes away with a loose ball in the end. A ground ball for him. Union winning the ground ball battle 22-14 so far. Nice move. Slayton fires it wide. Got a lot on that one. Missed the net. Restart by the Dutchman here. Slayton for Alberti. Behind the net, picked away. Engineers have it. Gibbs. Under 13 to go. Gibbs will lob it on forward for Hogan. Hogan with some room. Thought about a shot, takes it, and he scores off the post and in. Pat Hogan with his first goal of the game. Engineers within 4, just what the doctor ordered there. 7th goal of the season for Hogan, the junior from Mount Sinai, New York. One of those shots where you're not quite sure for the goaltender what he's going to be doing there. Patting himself on the chest there, saying my bad was Basil, but really may have caught him off guard there. Not a great angle shot for Hogan by any means, but he was able to stick it home. But a quick goal. I was about to say, RPI needs to start scoring in a hurry if they're going to come back in this game. And they got one there from Hogan. But again, a face-off win for Union. And it's Connor Hall once again. Has he been good on the draw for Union or what here? Ball pops free. Seven ground balls for Hall, many on the face-off, of course. That ball nearly picked away cleanly, and it was, in fact, taken away by Jake Baxter. What a play. Although now in trouble behind the cages, Morrow. He will find a teammate up the wing in Connor Hill. Now McNeely. Do the Engineers have another comeback in them? Hogan. Engineers changing personnel. Hogan will back things off. Shavel. Hall. Steps in. No one knows where the ball is. It's behind Hall, and he lost it. The pass came off the defender. He didn't know where it was. And now it's going to be Keola for Union. Side of the net. Morrow watching Gregory. Rolled back up top for Richardson just off the bench. Took a bit of a breather. Excuse me, make that Nick Wright. Nicky Wright. Rosenthal, a shot. May have glanced off the stick of Gibbs or the back of the post there. Couldn't quite tell from this angle. Rosenthal. Another shot. That one stopped. Picked up by the Engineers' Hill. And he'll just lob it down the middle. Nobody home. RPI can't be that careless with the ball. If your goalie makes a save, you have to take care of that ball. Union with it. Loose ball, nice stop again. RPI on the clear here. Flung through the midfield for Bell. Gibbs giving the team a chance with a save, a couple of them in a row now. Can the offense reciprocate on the other end? LaSaint for RPI with 9:45 to play. Down by 4. It's a decent cushion if you're Union. But RPI can make things interesting. LaSaint double teamed. Trying to get out of trouble and somehow maneuvers his way out. Coach Jim Townsend has seen enough, though. He calls timeout. And we'll have a stoppage. 9:29 on the clock. 12-8 Union leading. Take a look around RPI athletics here. RPI beating RIT in softball 4-2. So nice comeback win for the Engineers, who were down 2-0 in the 5th inning of that game. So game 1 goes to RPI on the softball side. And in baseball, they're in the top of the 5th over at Robeson Field. Bard and RPI tied 3-3. Engineers coming back in that game as well. Women's lacrosse is in action. They are at St. Lawrence. That game nearing halftime, I believe. See if we can find a score for you. Right here. Still a 4-goal lead for Union. Get you caught up on some of the team stats so far. Our shots are 31-22 Union. RPI 1 for 2 on man-up opportunities. Union is 2 for 4. Ground balls heavily in favor of the Dutchman, 27-15. RPI with the ball, down by 4. We are back to action here at East Campus Stadium. Here's Aaron Shavel. He's got a goal today. Side of the net for McNeely, trying to walk inside. Uses that long reach to just dish it back to Finn. Finn spinning. Trying to work his way inside. Good help defense there for Union. Not allowing RPI into those prime scoring chances. Engineers uncharacteristically taking a lot of penalties today. They've taken 4. There's a shot easily seen and held by the goalie Basil. Lance Lonergan Jr. behind the intended target. That's just an unforced error. Engineers will take over. Frasca lobs it over the top. Engineers, looks like they have numbers here. Colligan inside, rips one wide, past Finn and out of bounds. Engineers will back it up with 8.5 to go here. Look for a second, maybe like RPI could have caught the Dutchman a little bit out of sorts defensively there. Looked a little bit frozen, but the shot went wide. Not a bad idea, though. Here is Hall. Double team comes, drops it back out for Colligan. Someone's open. It's Shavel off the crossbar. This one will run out. Engineers will quickly restart. We were under 8 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Colligan off a screen from Hall. Thought about giving it back to him. He was covered up, and now he's open once more as he backs off just a bit here. Hall driving. Right hand shot wide. Finn backs this one up. And he will restart from behind the cage. A goal and an assist for Pat Finn so far. There he is. Looking to find a cutter. He'll use Hall. Colligan. Colligan behind the cage. Spinning is Colligan. Shavel. Side of the net and behind. Finn. One hand, left hand carry for Pat Finn. Lost the ball. Knocked free. But it's Corral. That's Adam Johnson doing the defending for Union. Hall once more for Shavel. Under 7 to go. Engineers need goals and need them quicker than they're currently getting them. Shavel tried to step on the ball. And it looks like he gets bailed out here by that call. Scott Crow on it now for RPI. Hogan thought about a rip. He'll drop it off. And now back behind it goes. Shavel again. Spinning to his right from a knee. Tried to shoot it. Blocked down. No whistle. We play on and Union's out the other way. On the run come the Dutchman. Slayton right to the middle. Trying to find a shooting lane. He put it wide. Backed up by the Engineers. Good play. Good awareness that time by Gibbs. Engineers look to counter quickly. Out ahead of the play. Phillips into the middle. Bell stops. Hands it off for Crow. And they'll slow it down. Now a shot and a goal. Chaz Bell on the hop. And it's a 3-goal game. Big time shot by Chaz Bell. The Engineers' 9th and Bell's 3rd of the season. At a certain point, you just have to grip it and rip it, and Bell did there. Every draw from here on out, humongous in this game. Union has won 12 out of 23. That's 12-11. Engineers almost certainly need to even this one up here in that department, but once again, it's Hill. Draws may be close to even, but it seems like Union's won all the big ones, all the big momentum face-offs. When the Engineers are trying to creep back in, they do it again here. And now we'll pay attention to that shot clock use. They started using it last year. Referees determined that the offensive team is not attacking the goal. They'll start a 30-second shot clock. Of course, it takes a little while for that to come into play, of course. It's happened just once so far today, and I believe it was enforced on RPI. Anyway, we're coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Ball to the side of the cage. It's Alberti behind the net. Gregory. Alberti. Fans want a stall count. Mason. Looks like the clock, no, I thought I saw a signal for it, but no. Yep, now the shot clock is started. Alberti inside, shooting high. That shot not on goal, so the clock does not reset. 20 seconds on the aforementioned shot clock. 4:20 left in the 4th quarter. Trying to move inside. Pass off the mark. Was that deflected? Yes, but just 10 seconds remain to shoot for Union. Gregory takes a look to the sideline. They're going to talk about this. I don't think the ball ever hit the net, which is why the shot clock was not restarted. And now the referees are waving it off. I think that's the wrong call. That ball never hit the net or the goaltender. And they're resetting the shot clock. That's a tough break for RPI. And that's has to be the argument from the RPI bench. That ball was not on frame whatsoever. Far side, Alberti. Behind the cage again. Gregory trying to step his way in. Poked at, but not knocked free. That's Morrow doing the defending. Rosenthal back up top. Union taking precious seconds off the clock. Mason back behind for Gregory. Lost it for a second. Picks it back up. Morrow still on him. With a wraparound poke check on Gregory, but he stays on the ball. Rosenthal again. 3.5 to go. Just an illustration of how important these draws are. You can run 2.5 minutes off the clock just by winning that faceoff and being patient on attack. Gregory trying to back his way in. Double team comes. Dishes it out in front. There's a man loose there, and they score. Great effort that time. Charlie Ross, he's been quiet so far today, but he gets maybe a back-breaking goal in this game. 13-9 Union. First goal of the game for Ross, who came in. As you can see it again, he just fought through a double team of Baxter and Frasco. Those are two freshman RPI defenders trying to slow down Charlie Ross, the senior from Westport, Connecticut. That's his 30th of the season. He leads the team in goals, but that's his first one this afternoon. We're in must-win territory for RPI on the draw, and they don't. Dangerous shovel pass from Hill. Connects there to DeMario. And now Gregory again. Is there anything left in the RPI tank here? They're going to need to force something turnover-wise in a hurry. Just picking out the spot where you want to take that risk is the question. Gregory, another wrap attempt there from Morrow. Turning and shooting wide was Gregory, who continues to use that isolation move. We're have a timeout taken by RPI here. 2:14 left in the fourth quarter. Union leads by 4. You are watching RPI Men's Lacrosse on RPI TV. The Engineers taking on number 11, Union College. From Troy, New York. Partly cloudy skies today. Had some sun peeking through earlier. It was very windy this morning, but I believe it's died down just a bit here. RPI Women's Lacrosse is in action today against RPI. They are at St. Lawrence. Score update from baseball. They're in the top of the 6th inning of game 1 of the 7-inning affair. RPI leading Bard 4-3. So a tight one over at Robeson Field. They're in the 6th inning of 7 there. And in softball action, they're between games still. RPI winning game 1 at RIT 4-2. So Union here with it. Now out of the net, trying to get an open net goal, and they'll get one here. 14-9, a wide open cage to shoot at, and Tom Stanton puts it away. Drawn up here in midfield. Union doing a great job, and we can look back to the second quarter, a 6-goal second for Union. Really created the separation in this game. Game's been a 1-goal game if you throw out the second quarter, and of course you can't do that. Loose ball in the midfield. Big hit thrown there. Penalty coming up. I think it became a high hit there on RPI freshman Jake Baxter. Just by the way the Union player went into the check, kind of turned his head into him. And Baxter's going to head to the box here. Man-up chance for Union. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a cross check. I'm not sure. 1:17 to go. Union will have the ball and a 5-goal lead. New players all around both sides. There's Andrew Little for Union. Over to the near side for Josh Freilich, excuse me. He has the ball now. Crossfield pass knocked down. Good defensive play that time by Peter Adorno. Another two-sport football lacrosse player. Picked that one right out of the air. Long lob pass over the top of everybody. Good play to keep it by McNeely, who's still out there. 42 seconds to go. Hogan. Engineers looking for a late one. Here's Colligan. Slashing and firing. May have hit the back of the net. Picked up there by Gilman. Now a low shot is blocked by the leg of Johnson. Finn back on it. 15 seconds. Up top, Hogan. Thought about a long shot. Now he'll step in and fire one high and wide. 9.4 seconds remain as it'll be restarted behind the cage by Finn. Low shot again. That one's scooped up by the new goaltender for Union. That is Cole Gendels, who makes the save on the only shot he sees. There's the final horn, and it's the 11th ranked Union Dutchman winning by a score of 14-9. Top players in this one. It was Paul Alberti with 4 points and a goal and 3 assists. Richard Gregory, 3 goals. 2 goals for Kyle Mason, as well as 2 for Tom Stanton. 2 assists for Paul Richardson. 2 more goals for Adam Rosenthal. For RPI, top point getters, 4 players had 2 points for the Engineers. Brendan McNeely had 2 goals. Pat Finn and Casey Colligan each had a goal and an assist, and Matt Hall had 2 assists for RPI. David Gibbs, 10 saves in a losing effort. And for Union, It was Stefan Basil who made 11 stops, 1 save for the backup goalie Cole Gendels, who came on at the very end of this one. With the victory, Union improves to 10-2 overall and 3-1 in the Liberty League. RPI drops to 7-5 and 2-3 in league play. So for all of us here at RPI TV, we'd like to thank you for watching today's game. Once again, your final score was Union 14 and RPI 9. This has been a production of RPI Men's Lacrosse on RPI TV. You cut me?